Jai Hind everyone. Myself Amrita Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today my topic is in computer networks, classful addressing in network layer. These are the contents of my PPT: Introduction to network layer, logical addressing, classful addressing, subnetting and supernetting. So let us see what introduction to a network layer. What is network layer? Layer comes from, at the third layer from the bottom to top above the data link layer. So data link layer is used for hope to hope delivery, that is from one end to from if the hope to hope delivery. This is hope to hope delivery. But in network layer is responsible for delivering individual packets from the source to destination host, possibly across the network links. That means it is a end-to-end delivery from one end system to another end system. So it is a end-to-end system. Here in a network layer, here comes the concept of IP addresses, logical addressing. We will be discussing this further. So what is a logical addressing? So in IP version 4, that is used in older days, now we are using the IP version 6, that is of 128 bits. But IP version 4 is the older version that is of the address of 32 bits address, that is uniquely and defines the connection of a devices to the internet. The IP4 version address is a 30-bit long. That means it will be making a octet of 4. That is 8, 8, 8, 8. So there will be a 8. This will be 8. This will be 8, and this will be 8. So total 4 octet will be made like this. This is a representation of one IP bit, 128.11.3.31. So 128 is this octet, 11 is this octet, 3 is this octet, and 31 is this octet. This is the binary notation, and this is a decimal notation. Generally we will see a decimal notation, but for calculating a subnet mask and host address and host network ID or network ID and host ID, we should know the binary notation also. So if we see this, these are some IP version 4 addresses like this. This are 111.56.045.38, 221.34.7.8.20, 75.45.301.14, and this is the binary. Starting is from binary 111.000.23.14.67. So there is some errors in this IP addresses. So what are the addresses? Or you can say you can understand the how you can represent the IP addresses. So firstly, in first one, in this one, this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. But here there is a mistake, because there should be no leading zeros in the starting of the bit. It should be like, it can be like this 140 or 45 or 405, but not 405. So leading should not be started with the 0. In next one, 221.34.7.8.20. So this is more than 4 octet. This is the 5 octet. But in IP version 4, we are making only the 4 octets. As I told you here also, only 4 octet can be made because it is a size of 32 bits. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be a 5 octet. So this is also incorrect for the IP version 4. In the third one, 75 75.301.14. So here also 75 is also correct, 45 is also correct, 301. Here is a mistake because 32 bits means it should, for IP version 4, the digit should be between the 0 to 255. The range is this only, but it is exceeding more than 255. So it is also incorrect for the IP version 4. Similarly, in the fourth one, it is starting from the binary notation and then ending with the decimal. So it is also incorrect. We cannot mix the binary and decimal notation together. It should be either in binary, all in binary, or all in decimal form. So these are some rules we can understand by some examples. So what are the ways of representation of our IP addresses in a IP version 4? In first one, it should not be a 0 leading. In second one, it should not be more than 4 octet. In third one, it should be in a range from 0 to 255. And the last one, it should not be mixed in a binary and decimal notation. Either it should be whole in binary or whole in decimal notation. So let us see what is IP version 4 addressing or a logical addressing. In IP version 4, there are two types of addressing, a classful addressing and a classless addressing. Today we will be only discussing the classful addressing. So classful addressing, what is classful addressing? So classful addressing, here the address space is divided into the 5 classes, that is A, B, C, D and E. There are 5 classes in the classful addressing. So let us understand each with what are the different classes and how you can denote different classes. So in class A, as you know, it is of 32 bits. So the in all classes we will be making the 4 octets. So you know, logical address contain network ID and one is host ID. It is a combination of this both. So in class A, the first octet, the first byte, it represents the network ID, and the these three denotes the host ID. So the network ID should be range from 0 to 127, and this last 3 is the host ID. So default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0 because it ranges from 0 to 255 in IP version 4. Similarly, for class B, the first 2 octet is for the network ID. This first 2 octet is a network ID. It is represented by the 10. So, and the last 2 octet is represented, means 16 bit is represent the network ID and 16 bit represent the host ID. The last 2 represent the host ID and it ranges from 128 to 191. So default subnet mask of is 0.25.0125.0.0. Similarly, for class C, the first 3 octet is used for the network layer, for the network ID, and it should be represented by the 110, and the last one is used for the host ID. And it ranges from 192 to 223, and its subnet mask, default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. We widely use these 3 classes only. We doesn't use these two classes because these are reserved because class E is reserved for the military purpose and class D is reserved for the research purpose. The people who are researching anything uses the class D, and class E is reserved for the military purpose. The military person uses that. So we are only using this class A, class B and class C widely. Among this, class C is widely used. Class C is famous. So let us see. I have told you that that logical addressing is divided into the network ID and the host ID. So what is the network ID and host ID? That I already told you here. So for the class A, first octet is for the network ID and the last 24 bit is for the host ID. In class B, this 2 octet is used for the network ID and the last 2 is used for the host ID. This is class C used first 24 bit as a host ID, network ID, and last used as a host ID. And these 2 are the reserved one, which we are not using it. So you can represent, like, find the classes of each class. How you can find here. So in the first one, let us see in the first one, it is in a binary notation. If we convert this in a decimal form, you can see the first bit, this one, is starting from the 0. It is for the first bit is starting from the 0, and which one is start from the 0? Class A. Class B start from 10 and class C start from 110. So here the first one is from the class A because the first bit start from the 0. Similarly, for in the second one, where did it started? It is starting from C, first octet C, 110. So it represents class C, 110. It represents class C. In this, how you can represent 14.23.120.8? So it represents class A because range is from 0 to 127 of class A. Similarly, for this first octet, from the first octet we can identify which class it represents. So it represents, the last one represents 255. It represents class C because it ranges from 240 to 255. It comes in between this. So it represents in a class E. It comes in a class E. So like this, we can identify the different classes of each of these IP addresses. So these are the blocks that I have already told you. The class A uses the number of blocks is 2 raised to power 7, that is 128. The block size is this. It is unicast. The application is, it is a unicast. In second one, you can see 2 raised to power 7. We are having then 8 octet. It should be of 2 raised to power 8. But we are using 2 raised to power 7. Why? Because the first ID, the first network ID, it represents the class of A. It represents the IP address. It is a representation of the network. So we exclude that. Excluding that, the remaining 2 raised to power 7 we can use. Similarly, in 2 raised to power 16 should be there. So 2 minus 2 raised to power 14. Similarly, for this 2 raised to power 21 we can use the IP addresses. This possible combination can be made. So what is the mask? I am sharing here this, that the subnet default mask is 255.0.0.0. Here 255.255.0.0. So what are the default masks? What are this? So although the length of the network ID and host ID is predetermined in the classful addressing, we can use a mask, also known as default mask, a 32-bit number made up of continuous ones followed by a continuous zeros to find the network ID and the host ID. So, in nutshell, we can say default mask can be used for the different classes for what? For identifying the network ID and the host ID. We XOR this default mask with the IP addresses, and from that we can identify the network ID and the host ID of the particular class. The classes A, B and C, I have already told you. For A, the default mask is 255.0.0. For class B, 255.255.0.0. For class C, 255.255.255.0. These are the default subnet masks. You will understand. I will tell you with the help of example. You will understand why we are using the default subnet mask. So, what is subnetting? So, the concept of subnetting comes in both classful and classless addressing, but as we are discussing the classful, so we will understand here. So, subnetting means if there is an organization, if a big organization, we grant a large block of class A and class B. So, this can be divided, the whole large IP address can be divided into a several contiguous group or assign each group to a smaller network called subnets, or in rare cases share the paths of the addresses with the network. Let us understand, if there is one big college, it is having a one IP address. So, this IP address can be divided into a course wise. If one IP address can be used by the BTech student, BTech department, one can be used by the MBA department, one can be used for the MCA department. So, the one class is there, one IP address is there, and this IP address is divided into three parts in BTech department, MCA department and MBA department. These are the subnets. These are the smaller groups of the one big AKGC or any other college. So, this is the subnetting. Similarly, what is supernetting? Supernetting means it can combine several classes, several different subnets or small classes into one large addresses. So, let us see with the example what the concept of subnetting. There is a class. Let us say I am taking the class C, 200.10.20.0. It is of class C. How you can identify that it is of class C? From this, because it comes in the range of class C. If we want to, I want to divide this into a three subnet, 1, 2 and 3. How can we divide? So, for dividing this, only this host ID, only this part will be changed. The remaining this three part will not be changed. 00.10.20.0. As we open one, there is an 8 octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, from here to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So, these are the 7 possible combination. This is one subnet mask, one subnet. Another subnet will be 200 dot 10 dot 20 dot 1. This first bit should be fixed. It cannot be changed, and the last 7 bits will be changed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this 1 bit will not be changed, and the another 7 bit will be changed. So 7 possible combination will be made here. 7 possible combination can be made here. Similarly, for the third, we are dividing this whole into 3 parts. 200 dot 10 dot 20 dot 1 1. Now we are fixing 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Sorry. It should be 1, 1, 1, 1. This should be 0, 0, 0. So from 1, 1, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the third subnet mask. So like this we can divide any IP address into several parts. It can be divided into 2 parts, it can be divided into 3 parts, it can be divided into 5 parts. So what is the range of this? From 200.10.20.0 to 200.10.10. If we convert this into the binary to decimal, we get 127. Similarly, this range from 200.10.20.128 to 200.10.20. It will be range from 255. Similarly, this also. So like this, we can change the different subnet masks. We can identify, we can divide the different subnet masks into different segments. So that's all for today. Thank you.